more than 36 million Americans, as you probably already know, have filed for unemployment benefits since the economic crisis began back in mid-March. 36 million. And experts say that these job losses are hitting women particularly hard, especially women of color. Consumer investigative correspondent Anna Werner spoke with some women who've lost their jobs and are trying to figure out what to do now. Anna, good morning. I remember in the Great Recession, it was mostly men who lost their jobs. Now we're seeing a change, huh?
That's for sure, Tony. And experts say, women were making big job gains leading up to this crisis. Now, many of those jobs have disappeared.
Mom Megan Hiles led a life in Missouri filled with family, pets, and her work as a massage therapist until she was furloughed March 14th.
I worked, my son went to school, and all that's changed since the virus.
She says the spa she works for reopens June 1st, but she and her 11-year-old son both have asthma. Plus, her child care provider, her stepmom, has COPD.
If something were to happen and my stepmom is in, I go and I work on somebody, come to pick him up and come over there and give something to her. If she died, I would feel terrible.
The pandemic cost 15.5% of women their jobs in April, compared with 13% of men. The reason, say experts, many women work in areas hit hard by the crisis, in leisure and hospitality, education and health services, and retail.
These are the industries, the types of jobs that are hugely dominated by women.
Diane Lim is an economist.
Think about who teaches, grade school kids, who works at a daycare center, health care, who typically works in a doctor's office.
The impact is greatest for women of color. A National Women's Law Center analysis finds roughly 1 in 6 Black women and 1 in 5 Latino women are now unemployed. Fatima Goss-Graves heads the center.
We have basically wiped out the job gains that women, and particularly Black women, had since the last recession.
In New Jersey, Simone Bailey now spends her time making face masks. This mother of 2 boys lost both her hotel restaurant jobs, temporarily laid off from one, the other eliminated.
We got called into the office and let us know that we are laid off, not even furlough, just laid off.
Bailey says her state unemployment check is just under $300 per week, and the extra federal money only came for 3 weeks.
I still don't see how I'm supposed to live. And everybody else that I worked with, all the other women that I was working with, it's the same thing.
Goss-Graves says without extended unemployment benefits and childcare, many women will suffer.
We don't know what the other side of this is going to look like.
Bailey doesn't know what her future holds, so she just keeps sewing.
I'm used to working. I feel very displaced right now. So I have to find other things, other ways to stay busy.
One rather stunning statistic from the Law Center's report, they say between the end of the Great Recession in June 2009 and February of this year, women had gained 11.1 million jobs. In April, they say the entirety of those gains was wiped out. Anthony?
Yeah, that's a huge setback, Anna. And as you pointed out in the piece, the daunting part is we really don't know what the other side of this looks like. Anna, thank you.